man stands up for an ideal or strikes out against injustice to defend those who are helpless, he sends forth a ripple of hope that can be an inspiration. These are words we live by, and in all of our travels, we have sought to bring light into the darkness. The world is a cruel place, filled with the evils of war. We've seen it with our own eyes, witnessed it firsthand. And I mention this now because we've been drawn to places like this, with the belief that the word of truth can make a difference. We've scanned the world over, looking for places in need, and the journey ahead is to another conflict. But this is different in many ways. It isn't a genocide, a natural disaster, or religious oppression, but a global conflict that is largely forgotten. It is a war without borders, and its victims fall by the millions. It is the war on drugs.
Drug trafficking, drug production is affecting the entire world.
Look at Afghanistan, Mexico, Colombia. The drug wars was driving this.
The war on drugs is a losing battle.
Most have given up on the war on drugs and wearied from the endless cycle. And this is precisely why we find it so important for our next mission. Because how can a definitive evil not be stood up to?
Drug violence is engulfing Mexico and even spilling across the border.
This whole war that's occurring in Mexico, and it's very much a real war now.
A 4-year drug war has killed more than 26,000 people.
The bodies of 9 decapitated men were found just miles from San Diego.
Mexico is overrun in a hotbed of narcotics violence. It is the trafficking king, but not the source or the beginning. Our focus in the months to come will be to travel to the origins of the cocaine trade and see who is fighting the battle. Stateside, we have planned for this journey as much as possible, and our first destination will be Peru, which is the second largest producer of coca in the world. We have a translator who will move with us and help us gain permission to work with the Peruvian anti-narcotics unit called the Denandro. The mission is still the same: bring the light into the darkness, preach the word of God to those who do not know, and expose evil where it exists. Our hope is through the stories we tell, someone will say, enough is enough, and strike out at injustice, because injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.